Yeah.
Hello and welcome to all for this continuous web series from Center for Global Languages, Bengaluru City University. Today we have organized this webinar, which is a little different from the others that you have been here now, because
Hello
today
and welcome to all for this.
Our students present and the alumni are with us today, and they are going to share their experience at Center for Global Languages, the reason for choosing the language that they chose, and how it has benefited them in their career or otherwise. So please stay with us and enjoy this webinar, because I'm sure, coming from the horse's mouth directly, it is going to really give you that, that motivation why you should actually learn a foreign language. So I welcome all my students, past and present, who are here with us today. Some of them will be joining in, and some of them have sent their remarks, which we will also be, uh, you know, making here at a later time. So at present, we will start with Johnson, who is our student of Master of French at present. So he is the one who is going to take forward this webinar. And I also welcome Ajay, Sharanya, and Shravya, who are our very, very prestigious alumni, whom and they are here today. They have made time for us today, and they are going to share their thoughts with us too. So thank you for being here, and all the best. And Johnson, please take it forward.
Thank you, ma'am. Thanks a lot. Okay, super awesome. Hi, Johnson this side. I welcome you all to this amazing webinar today. I'm very glad that you're watching this webinar. If you could hear me, if you could watch my video clearly, please send me a big hi or give me some response through chat box. Yeah, thank you. I see some responses are coming in. Thank you for your swift response. First of all, I would like to appreciate your time, and I would like to appreciate your effort and your presence in this webinar for your learning and career growth. I know that you have taken out the time from your tight schedule. I promise that whatever time you have, time we are together and the duration we are together, I'm going to give you the best value to the time. I strongly believe time is the most valuable asset that we all have. So in this webinar, I'm super excited to share about all the job searching strategies, career growth with language, salary insights, demand and worth of language profiles, and massive hype tips. Interesting, isn't it? Okay, sounds great. Are you ready for an eye-opener webinar, which leads you to the better result in your career? Are you ready? Okay, here we go. I'm gonna share you my screen. I'm gonna present some slides, and I'm gonna walk you through the webinar. And this is more than a webinar. I call it as a workshop. Today, we all are going to work together. I'm gonna expect you that you're gonna reciprocate along with me, and we all together we are gonna work. Let me know if you could see my screen. 1 minute. Are you able to see the screen? Hello.
Yes, Johnson. Please carry
on. Thank you, ma'am. Yeah. So this webinar is intended to the people who often approach me for suggestion and advice. I have categorized those people. I have made a list. So often the parents of the children who are studying in the high schools, they approach me, particularly in this 8th and 10th standards, and they will be asking for some courses, or they want to do some courses which are helpful for their career. I know it's too early, but nowadays we are in a space-age technology using a e-learning and all. So parents are so cautious about their children's future. So they want something where the children could start early. So if you are among them, I recommend you this webinar. Please sit back and watch until end, and definitely you are going to realize how valuable webinar is this. And the next thing is, students after completing their PUC or intermediate or 12th standard, they might be thinking, what should I do? I mean, it might be people might be thinking whether they want to join engineering, or they want to join a normal degree, or they want to do some vocational courses, diploma courses. So if you are among them, I'm going to give you a eye-opening webinar, eye-opening information today. So sit back and please watch this webinar until the end. And graduates with a degree. And so nowadays, here I want to tell you something important. I'm going to come with the second point. I'm going to give you some offer. I mean, some opportunity which you are going to have after intermediate also. Seriously, you are not going to believe, but it happened. So how a language has changed a person who's having a qualification of intermediate, and how he is leading the life. I will give you an example by the end of this webinar. So next, looking into the undergraduates who are holding a degree and exhausted by searching their jobs. So in India, here I would like to tell my personal experience. So when I was in the final year of my graduation, I was associated with one of the team. We call the team as a Operation Innovation, and we were working on several research things, and we have done some surveys. There we found in one survey, we found I'm talking particularly on the engineering, but it also applies for the other other graduations also. So in that survey, we found that every year in India, around 90 to 20 lakhs of engineers are hopping out every year. But do we have enough of opportunities for everyone? Isn't it? So here, people are lacking of their employment. Means we don't have. We are in a society where there is the imbalance between the employment and the graduates who are opting out every year. So here, if you are one among them, if you are exhausted searching this job, searching for a job, and if you are not able to reach to your goal, if you are unable to find any options, so here I'm going to give you some very informative webinar. So I would request you to sit back and watch till the end of this webinar. And so due to this pandemic, we haven't expected this pandemic would give an unfortunate situation for many families and many people. But I know in the past couple of months, most of the employees who are working in the corporates, they have been laid off due to the minimal operations from the different countries. So if you are one among them, I recommend you this webinar, and I would definitely assure you by the end of this webinar, you're going to learn something, and you're going to get a chance and get an information how you could get back to the job. And if you are an employee who's having a gap in your career, and if you're unable to come back because your skills or people are, the HRs are rejecting your profiles, like you are having a gap, you might have lost all touch on your subject or on your domain. So no worries. Here, this webinar, you're going to learn something new. And one more thing is language. In the language domain, there is nothing like nothing called as a gap. If you are thorough and if you are well versed in the language and fluent in your language, so you are always welcome. Anytime you can start. There is nothing called like you have a gap in your career. The language domain is like that, where whenever you want to get back to the job, you are ready, and you are ready to join, and they are always ready to welcome any person who's having a good proficiency on the language. And the employees who are working for the companies for the past couple of years, and they are not able to move to any other company, and who are having they don't see any growth for them also. If you are one among them who's watching this video, I strongly recommend this video and I strongly recommend this webinar. Watch until the end, and definitely you'll learn. You learn something, how you could change your career and how you're going to grow in your career. And I'm going to give you all the insights of the salary and the growth down 15 years or 16 years, how it is going to impact your life. And if you are someone who's really, already decided that you want to come back to the language domain. You're in a transition, like you want to move into the language domain, into a language or localization domain. This webinar is very useful for you, and this webinar will give you a lot of information about the opportunities and the market demand for the language experts. Okay, by this, I want to move on to the next slide. Yeah, keyword. So why am I emphasizing on this word, keyword? Because most of the recruiters, when they source the profiles from job portals, they use the keywords. Example, I want to give you my personal experience. So when I kickstarted my career, I was working as a design engineer. Even though I was a design engineer, my director asked me, John, why can't you support our HR team? We want someone who's well versed in the languages and who's good in communication. If you could help our HR team with that, and we would be able to close few more openings. So I told him, sir, I'm coming from a mechanical. I'm coming from a engineering background. How could I work for a human resource? So that moment they said, no, John, you are capable to do anything. So you are a language expert, and definitely you are capable to do anything. So after that, they asked me to just work for 1 hour per day. In the 8.5 hours of work, just 1 hour to support the HR department. So I accepted. Anyways, it's a new learning. I always, I never hesitate to learn something new. I'm a continuous learner. So I spent 1 hour per day for another 3 months. I learned all the HR activities, like sourcing a profile, shortlisting the profile, and everything. So my experience, when some JD, when the requirement comes, they'll give me a JD. So when the JD is given, what we do is we'll pull out the keywords. After pulling out the keywords, we have a portal. We have job portals. In that job portals, we have recruiter profiles. So as we have a job seekers profile, so there are recruiter profiles. So these are premium profiles. So we have to pay some money for, to get the premium recruiter profile. So I had one, and even now it's available, but it's not. I don't have a premium subscription. If you go to Google and search my name, you'll find my recruiter profile. So what happens there is we are going to take these keywords and we're going to put in the filters. And we'll put in the filters and we'll give other key attributes, other filters, like the experience and like the CTC. There'll be a budget constraint, so we have to mention the CTC, the location. So we'll give all these filters. Then after giving all these filters, what happens is we will click search. So this algorithm, this keyword algorithm searches all the profiles which are available in this portal database and pull out the best and give the list of the profiles which are matching that, and it gives the percentage of match. So here, how it is searching a profile, how this algorithm is searching a profile from a database. So everyone are applying for a job, but only that first 100, why it is searching first 100? Today, I'm going to help you with that information, how that first 100 have been chosen by the application. Okay, so here, if you are someone in the last 3 category, this would be very useful information for you. So normally, when I was helping the recruiters, so I used to use this keywords like Japanese, Korean, Chinese, French, German, Italian, and Spanish as a keyword. Along with that, I also use some other keywords. Like it's not like only one keyword we could give. We can give a multiple keyword. It depends on algorithm. We have to first learn the algorithm, how we are going to give the keyword. Then accordingly, we will get the responses. Accordingly, when the portal or the application will search, filter the profiles and give it to us. Moving on to the next one. So I want to show you some real-time insights. This insights which I got from one of my friends. He is also a language expert. Yesterday evening, I asked him, I want some fresh insights from your portal, from his job portal. I want something fresh. So he is also a multilingual engineer like me. I speak French, German, Spanish, and Portuguese. I have certification in all 4 languages. And now I started learning Italian due to the client requirement. It has become a mandatory for me. So here, this is my friend's profile inside. So if you could see here, this shows how many times his profile is appeared to a recruiter. So if you notice here, his profile appeared in the past 7 days 459 times. 459 times. Isn't it amazing? Isn't it amazing? So if you look for the keywords which are used by the recruiters for searching his profile, first thing, 9 times German, 8 times French, and B2. Okay, I'll explain about this B2 in the next slide. So, and others will be there. It's not like only this French and German. It can be any other language. I mean, it can be a Japanese, it can be a Korean. Since my friend and me, we have this language, we have the skills, we have the competence on this language. So we put this in our skills. So we have added German certification. So we have done the German certification so and so from so and so university, French certification from so and so university. So we have put all this information on the portal. So accordingly, our profiles are being shortlisted in this way. In this way, the profiles are being fetched out from the database. Okay. So if you look into this graph shows a day-wise search. So if you look into the 13th, so on 13th, more than 100 recruiters were able to see his. The profile was the profile appeared more than 100 recruiters. So on 14th, you can see around 65. On 15th, you can see it is like up to, it's very near to 100. 16th, it's 40, and 17th, it was very low, like, it might be 10 or less than 10. On 18th, you can see it's above 160. So are you able to make sense like how much demand is there in the market? Okay, now you have seen this one. Huh? So I want to give a short brief description about this B2. So what is this B2? So most of you people, if you're not aware about this levels of language, like there are several levels in language. So this is one of the level. I'm going to explain this B2 level in the next slide. Okay, so according to the Common European Framework of Reference for Languages, CEFR, this language has been divided into several levels. So you can see like A1, A2, B1, B2, C1, C2. Like A1, A2 are the beginner, or the person who starts the learning a language. So probably they will start with the A1 and A2, and by the time after it takes a couple of months to get A1 and A2. Then after B1, B2, it's it is like independent user where a person could able to read, understand, and converse. And C1 and C2, it's like a proficient level where you'll be able to speak, write, and converse, and you will be going in detail, mostly into the literary, and it's like going into the higher level of language. So this is this is only for the this levels is only for the European languages, and other languages too. There are some other framework for the Japanese, Korean, and all. So it depends on the language. But here, this CEFR is only for the for the European language. For example, like we could take a German or French or Spanish or Italian. So for those languages, this levels applies. This CEFR applies. Okay. Moving on to the next slide. In the last to last slide, we have noticed how many times a profile appeared to a recruiter in 7 days. Now we are going to see how many times a profile appeared in the last 30 days. It is about only one profile. This is about only one, my friend's profile. So here you can see in the last 30 days, his profile was visible for, his profile appeared for 2,382 times. Okay, now let's look into the top keywords the recruiters searched for. Okay, so the top keywords are French, 57 times, German, 33 times, Spanish, 27 times, and others are there. This might be his own tools and his own skills which he had added. But when it comes to the language, you can see French 57, German 33, Spanish 27. Amazing, isn't it? Now, are you able to sense like what is the demand in the market for a language profile? Okay, let's look into this graph. So in this graph, you can see here from it shows the weekly milestones of the weekly stats of the searches. When the profile search. So here you can see June 20 to June 25. This particular profile has appeared more than 500 times. From June 26 to July 2nd, this profile appeared more than 600 times. From July 3rd to July 10th, again above 500. From July 11th to July 19th, means day before yesterday, it crossed 650. See, the stats, whatever are there now, these are very low as of now because we are in a pandemic. So that's why we are not having, many opportunities, or the operations are not completely open. But if you look this in the normal situation, if we were in the normal situation, this goes above 6,000, 7,000 search. This will be crossing 1,200 or 2,500. So this now, because of this situation, it is low, but actually this is also huge. When we in the market, there is a huge demand of language experts, but there are no enough, there are no much candidates who are having the certifications. Okay, let me show you more. Now look into this image. So this image shows the same profile appeared 90 days. Appeared in the last 90 days for 6,488. As I mentioned earlier, here I would like to highlight once again. This is because of pandemic. It is because of pandemic. It appeared only for 6,488. If it was a normal situation, this count in the 90 days, it will exceed 15,000 times. Means the 15,000 search appearances will be there. Means a profile will be visible for 15,000 recruiters. Okay, this I have seen. I have noticed personally for my profile as well as my friend's profile. So this shows this shows the demand in the market. Now look into the top keywords. The top keywords which are used by the recruiters. You can see here French 199 times in the last 90 days. Spanish 103 times in the last 90 days. German 96 times in the last 90 days. The others I don't want to mention because those are irrelevant from the language. If you focus on the language, so here I'm just showing you the French, Spanish, and German as we have this skills. But the same response, the same keywords for applies for the other languages like Japanese, Korean, Hebrew, Polish, Portuguese, and these are very niche profiles. If you are having a certification on these profiles, your range, your value in the job market is too high. You can start expecting as a fresher above 13 lakhs. It goes beyond 25 lakhs. So that's the demand of those particular niche profiles. Does it make sense? Are you learning something today? Okay, let's look into this graph. So this graph shows milestones of with respect to the month. So in the month from April 21st to May 19th, so this particular profile was searched, was appeared above 1,500 times. So in the from May 20th to June 18th, this profile was appeared. This profile appeared more above 2,400. We can roughly we could take 2,400. So from June 19th till July 19th, means day before yesterday, this profile again it appeared above 2,400 times. Does it make sense? Are you able to sense like how much demand is there in the market? Okay, let's move on to the next. Okay, now I have shown the stats of my friend's profile. It's only one profile. Now I want to show you how many openings are there currently in the market. How many openings are there for a language? I'm taking collectively all the language. I'm not focusing on German. I'm not focusing on the French. I'm not focusing on the Spanish or any languages. I'm taking collectively all the languages. All the language. So let's search this now, and I'll show you the exact figures. Okay, let me. 1 minute. Okay, here we'll search. One minute, just give me a minute. My PPT got closed. Yeah, sorry for that. Okay, let's search the current job openings, job opportunities in the portal. I want to show you live. I want to show you something which is live and which is right now available in the market. So I'm searching in the Naukri portal. So now you can see for a foreign language, so there are around 47,687 openings are there. Okay, now you have noticed like this many openings are there. Now let's have a look at the salary insights. So you can see here from 0 to 3 lakhs, there are 8,486 openings are there. From 6 to 10 lakhs, there are 26,457 openings are there. From 10 to 15 lakhs, you can see 17,551 openings. 15 to 25 lakhs, 9,738 openings. 25 to 50 lakhs, it's 906. And like 50 to 75 lakhs, 119. 75 to 100 lakhs, 55. 100 plus lakhs, it's 27. I'm not telling you like, if you, I'm not saying that if you are finishing a level, some levels here, like, first level or second level, you'll directly eligible for this, 100 lakhs or above 100 lakhs opportunities are, you could expect that much of CTC. This opportunity is for the executive level. Executive level means as a fresher, I could go for 6 lakhs, 6 to 10 lakhs, and it might be 3 to 6 lakhs depending on the levels. If you are having a level up to A2 level, then you are eligible up to 3 to 6 lakhs. If you are having above B1 and B2, it goes up to 6 to 10 lakhs. And if you are having B2 and C1, it goes up to 10 to 15 lakhs as a fresher. I'm talking about as a fresher. Okay, so this is how it goes. Like this high packages like 25 to 50 lakhs or 50 to 75 lakhs or 75 to 100 lakhs. This is for the executive level. It means this shows that you can grow in this domain. You can grow in this language domain. Here it shows only up to 100 lakhs, 100 plus lakhs. There are people who earn more also, who are making a business on these languages also. Okay, let me get back to the slide. Okay, so here I want to tell you something. So earlier it was upper hand. The job market was dominated by the employers and recruiters, where they used to call. They used to source the profiles. They used to call and they used to take 100 or 150 profiles, and they will call and they'll do all the recruitment procedures. At the end, only a 10 or less than 10 would get the offer letters, and others are they will just roll down a mail mentioning that for the time being we regret to inform that your profile is not shortlisted. But the things have changed. As a language expert, you always stand out from the people, stand out from the crowd. Now, as a language expert, you are dominating the job market. You no need to go or you no need to apply for a job. They will get back to you. I'm going to show you today how we have to change our job searching method, because till now I know like everyone are following the traditional job methods, but in this advanced technologies we have to adapt ourselves to use a new technology, the new methods of job searching. So in the upcoming slides I'm going to help you with that. I'm going to show you some the things which are blocking you, or the things which are not letting you to think beyond the box. So I'm going to show you everything. And here, so one question is you might be having in the previous thing, in the previous slide, you might be wondering how come an intermediate student would able to get a package of 5 or 6 lakhs with a language. Yes, is it possible? Yes, it was possible. I'll tell you my experience. When I was, initially I started with the German. As soon as I finished my German certification, so when I was in advanced level, so what happened is my classmate, I was working for an organization at that time. The program was part-time. So one of my classmates, she just finished her intermediate. So after finishing her intermediate, we got a campus in our in our university that time. So the campus is specifically for the language profiles. So at that moment, I was not interested. I mean, I didn't have. I mean, I didn't show an interest to attend an interview, but I recommended her like it's better to go and attend an interview. They didn't ask about a degree or something, for the higher qualification. They just asked, do you have an advanced level German or higher level German? Yes, she has a higher level German. She cracked the interview and she got an offer of 5.8 lakhs without a degree. When I started my career, I started as a design engineer in a technical background. So I used to take home my take home was around like less than 20K, and it varies depending on the project. Sometimes the projects, if you don't get the projects, also we'll be getting less than 15K. So depending on the projects we used to get. But you can see here the difference. A graduate with a technical background, what is his value and what he is able to earn, and a person who other person who's not having a formal a basic degree with a basic intermediate and having a certification of language was able to earn above 5.8. And she was she was recruited for one of the world's famous e-commerce company. I don't want to mention the name. So this is one of the this is one of the best example I can give you. If you are from 12th standard or PUC or intermediate, then no worries. Here here nobody is going to consider your degree. Here only thing is here the only thing which matters is your language skills, your language competence, and how well versed are you on the languages. Okay, so moving on further, I want to show you some details for the third category people, like undergraduates who are getting exhausted by searching a job as a fresher. I want to show where they are getting, where they are getting, where they are back, where they are not able to move forward. So that's because of traditional job search method. So what they do is everyone as soon as they finish their the graduation, everyone update their resumes. They post their resumes in their portals, create their profiles in all the in all the other portals like LinkedIn, other career social media platforms, and they fill up the portals and they leave it and they just wait. So what happens is everyone are doing the same thing. No, there will be no difference at all. So some people, they visit the career, they visit the career pages of the companies, the company directly, they'll visit the company pages and they will put the details, they will fill up all the information, what are the projects they have done, what are the things, what have they have learned, what are the other extracurricular things, and they all do the same thing. Then there are few people, they reach out till the tech parks, they give the CVs, and they go on the weekends and all the tech parks, and they'll ask for openings, and then just drop the CVs and they'll come back. And few people are asking for a reference. So what happens normally if you're asking for a reference with anyone is, like if you're asking for a referral to anyone, so for my friend, if I'm asking my friend, like, give me a reference, he'll tell, I need to check, I'm not sure about that, maybe there might be some openings, let me I'll look into that, I'll get back to you. That's it. After that, I don't think that I will get any response from them. And there are few people, they reach the consultancies their consultancies, their focus is they want to make the money. So what they do is they're like, we are going to process your profile to these companies. They give some fancy names of the companies, and they take the resumes. And at the end of the day, what happens is they will tell like your profile has been not shortlisted. So finally, you will be end up by paying some money for them. And there are few people like, I'm applying for a job. I mean, consider me as a fresher. I'm applying for a job consistently for 6 months or 7 months. I'm not getting a job. One of my friend comes and he suggests me like, John, why can't you take a portal? I mean, a premium account that might help you now. I mean, if you take a premium account, then obviously you might get a chance of. So just believing on him. Okay, this is a good idea. Why didn't I try it for 6 months? Should I go for this? Okay. I'll also believe on him. I'll take a premium account. This is also a common routine or common thing. All the job and the new the freshers and the new job seekers do. This is something common. This is the old traditional method. This is not going to help you. So you are end up in a loop. You're just following one loop. You're going like what your seniors have done. You're following the same thing. Your seniors have done the same method, and you have done the same method. So the time has changed. Now we are evolving. The technology is evolving. Now we are into a space-based technology. We are using a different platforms where we can showcase our skills. Think about that. Okay. So if you if you have experienced this, if you find I'm telling the facts, you can. I'm going to upload this. This video is already streaming in the YouTube. If you have a queries and if you are really experiencing this situation, you could put a comment over there. I will definitely get back to you on this, and I will definitely help you on this. And keep watching this webinar. We are going to have more information, and we are going to overcome these situations. I'm going to show you how we are going to overcome this situation. So these are the common mistakes. So this is like, we are not doing something out of the box. We are just following the same thing. We are following the same routines and all. So to avoid this, I'm going to show you how we are going to change our job searching strategies. So I'll come up with the perspective from the HR. Okay, so you remember in the third slide I have shown you about the keywords. Now we'll go deep into that. We'll analyze. We'll learn something more about these keywords. Okay, let me move on to the next slide. Yeah. So hiring strategies. So when I talk about the hiring strategies, I don't know whether you know about this ATS system. ATS system is applicant tracking system. It is a software application that handles the recruitment and the hiring needs. So what happens here is, so ATS system, this is an article. You can see this article here. This is an article which is published in December 2019, I think. So this was published in the Forbes. In this, it is clearly mentioned 98.7% companies use ATS to shortlist candidates, India and abroad. Okay, so 75% of resumes are rejected before they reach the hiring manager. See, before it reaching the hiring manager, already your profile is being. Okay, so that's right. So most resumes don't get past the applicant tracking system, meaning they aren't seen by human eyes. This is because the ATS collects, sort, scan, and rank the resume it receives for open position, rejecting the least qualified candidates based on format content. It also eliminates resumes that don't match with the job description due to the lack of keyword. Okay, I'm gonna come back on this. I'm gonna help you all, whoever watching this video. I'm gonna help you on this, how to put this keyword, how to make it attractive. I'm gonna come back to you on this. So taking the time thoroughly, read the job description. So what we have to do is, first when we are applying for a job, first look into the job description thoroughly, and now we have to react like how we have. Once we have seen the job description, we have to change the profile according to the job description. So every time it will be impossible, but you have to show, if you want the job, if you are seriously looking out for a job, then obviously you have to change each and every time whenever you receive a new job description. Okay, so here I want to show you how this ATS system works. So this ATS system, when this what they do is, let me show you Okay, let me explain about this proper match. So they will match with the profile, match the resume with the job description, and that job. I mean, after matching this application will run through the run, and it will give out the score whether this person is eligible for this particular position or not. So by that they will decide. Why? Because HR doesn't know anything about the operations which are going inside. He's not technically sound. I mean, he might not be technically sounded, or he might not be having a knowledge on the languages, what work we are going to do, isn't it? So what HR follows is this application. I mean, this software application which helps him to shortlist the profile by using some algorithm. Okay, I'm going to show you few ATS softwares. Here you can see there are ATS tools like JobScan, JobScore, Bamboo HR, Smart Recruiter, PeopleSoft, EQ, and etc. Okay, so let's see. Let's take any one of this tool. See, in this PeopleSoft and EQ are there. These are few are third-party softwares and few are the company-owned softwares. Some softwares they are owned by the company, and the companies have their own ATS system. ATS is an applicant tracking system. Okay, now let's look at any one of this. Let's go with the job scan. Let me open a window. Okay, let me open here. Job scan. Okay. So this is how it will be visible. I hope my screen is visible to everyone. So this is how it will be visible. So what we have to do here is you go down here. You can see first upload the resume. So first, if you have a resume in any format, it can be PDF format, doc format, or normal text format. Upload your resume and add the job description. Means you're going to add the job description which you see on the portals, or if you are receiving from a HR, you can directly add the job description. And then after uploading the resume and job description, click on further next. It will analyze. It will take 2 or 3 minutes to analyze. But it has an algorithm. It will give the results. If you are getting a results, if you're getting a score above 65 or 70, means that you are doing great. Your profile is doing it. If you are getting a score less than 60 or 50, then obviously you'll not have more chance of getting shortlisted, and your profile is not going to reach the hiring manager. Okay, so this is a kind of optimizing. When you're going to optimize, you can, after checking your score, you can add more keywords to your profile and again upload, again add the job description and check once again. You can see the changes. You can see the changes in the eligibility score. This is how it works. So this is how you have to optimize your resume before submitting to any of the HRs. Okay, so this is very important. Now the system has totally changed. Now the people are going with this ATS system. So if you are one who's struggling for this, who's struggling to get into the job, so this would be an eye-opening idea. So please follow this. And let me move on to the next content. So here, so ideal score should be above 65%. Outcome. So outcome is something but the score which you get after assessment, like you assess with the JD, your profile with the JD. Then the relative CV. Relative CV is nothing but you are going to change. You're going to change the CV when you're going to add some keywords to the CV, and again you're going to check the assessment. You're going to do the assessment and find out your profile score. Okay. Next thing is very important. What I told you is profile crafting. The profile crafting is nothing but, see, what happens is when we are searching with a keyword, it should appear number of times on your profile. Means if you are coming from a Japanese, let's take a Japanese language, you have done certification in Japanese language, you have participated in several Japanese events and some seminars or webinars. You mention all those information in your resume, which shows that the keyword Japanese is repeated number of times. So this gives an information. This helps the algorithm to increase the score. This is how the people optimize their profiles. So here you can see, first thing is, if there is something important, which is very important in your resume, it has to be visible for the HR. Then you could highlight it, or you could put it in a in a different way, so that it'll be visible for everyone. And please do mention all your milestones and all your achievements. And if it is related to the language, or if it is related to your skills, that helps a lot. Okay, so this is one of the advanced method now all the HRs are using to shortlist the profiles. Earlier it was completely different. When I was working with the first organization, we used a normal one. I used to have a Resitex premium account. We didn't have a ATS system. Now the time has changed. Okay, let's move on to the next thing. Here I want to make you people today to create an alert. So it's regardless whether you have started, if you want to start your career in the language or not, I want you to create an alert today that motivates you to learn the language. You need some motivation. You need some motivation every day. So you want something, always giving an alert that you are getting this opportunities. Okay, this I need to study. I need to learn this language. I need to pursue this language. So for that motivation, today you have to create an alert. So this is also an important thing. So I told you earlier, we used to go to, job seekers used to go to the they used to go to the for applying the jobs and all, but now the time has changed. Now they are going to come to us. So by using these platforms, you have to get the information as soon as that opportunity is available. So for that, this platform, this automated job alert is very helpful. Okay, let's do a live demo now, and let's check how one could set a Google alerts on your phone. On your phone or on your email. Okay, let me minimize. Let me open Google alerts. Google. There we go. So you can see the first option. You can click this. Yeah, it opens like this. So as I have not signed in with any other accounts, so it is asking me to sign in here. So here you could enter the alert. How? There's nothing is here. How you're going to enter the alert? Alert is nothing but you're using again the keyword. So I'm gonna give Korean as a keyword. Okay. So as soon as I type Korean, see, it's giving all the information, all the information which are related to the Korean. Okay. Or I could put Korean jobs in India. Okay. Korean jobs in India. So this would be a keyword. Based on this keyword, it will send the alerts to our emails. So after entering this, you have to enter your email address here. Don't directly click create alert. Go to the show options. Here you have to learn more. See how often you want this job alerts. At most once a day. No, as it happens. As it happens means like once this job is published on any platform. The cool feature with this Google Alerts is it is connected with all the platforms. All other platforms are connected with this one. If you're getting a notification or any job opening on any portal, it might be a Naukri, it might be a Shine, it might be a Monster, it might be on LinkedIn, it might be on Glassdoor, anything. And on any portal, if there is an opening, if there is a job opening, as soon as it is posted, as it happens, so we have an option. So as it happens, we'll receive a mail. So and the next thing is source automatic, or you want to categorize. So you can put it as automatic. No need to change this. Language English. Region. So in region we have only countries. Unfortunately, we don't have any state-wise, or if you're looking particularly in Hyderabad or in Telangana, or if you're looking in Karnataka, Bangalore, or if you're looking something in Chennai, Tamil Nadu. So we don't have that option. So we can click here, but I will help you with that also. We have a Google algorithm. So how to use that algorithm, I'm going to show you now after this Okay, so here we'll search India. If you want to search for other opportunities, in abroad also, you can use here in different country names. So for the time being, I'm going with the India. So how many you want? So I want all the results, whatever the results which are related to the Korean jobs, I want all. So I'll enter my email address and create alert. So once I enter my email address and create alert, CGL.BCU@gmail.com. So create alert. So it will create the alert. Okay. For the time being, it is asking me to verify because I have not logged into the account. So if you are logged in, first you have to log into the account. Then only you'll be able to give the Spanish jobs. Spanish jobs. This would be enough. Okay. Show option. So here, before creating alert, make sure that you have to sign in. And one more thing is here you can't use any other domains, means except Gmail. If you are trying to use any other domains like Yahoo, AOL, or any Outlook or Hotmail, it's not going to work. This is purely applicable, or it can be used only on the Gmail, only on the Google platform. Okay, I just want to inform that. Now, if you are looking for a Spanish job, okay, plus you want this job in Mumbai, or let's take Hyderabad. Put this Hyderabad as a keyword. So here I'm adding Hyderabad. So this is a Google algorithm which adds Spanish job plus Hyderabad. So India we can't change. India will be the common, but here we are adding a Spanish job plus Hyderabad. Now I don't want a Kochi location. So what I do is I'm going to remove that Kochi, like minus KOCHI. So the Kochi is removed in this search. Okay. So along with the Spanish job, if you are some analyst, like, if you are a financial analyst, so I want to add that financial analyst also. So what happens is I'm going to use a keyword. Before using this keyword, I want to use a retos because financial analyst is a two different words. So if you're not putting between the quotes, what happens is it takes as a financial as a separate keyword and analyst as a different keyword. So here I want to put financial analyst. Okay. So this quote shows that it is a single word. When this is a single position or a single profile title name. Okay. So this is how the Google search algorithm works. If you want, first go with the requirement, when the job requirement, then after you add the city, and whatever the cities, you can add multiple cities. It doesn't matter that I have added only Hyderabad. You could add plus Delhi or Gurgaon. Or I'll put it as NCR. Okay. Minus Kochi, or if you want to remove some other places also, you can like minus Pune. Okay, so these are removed. These are removed from the search. So as soon as you enter these details and you click the alert, what happens is the alert will be created and it shows here one alert is created. Okay, now I have not logged in since it's not showing. After creating, it will show one alert is created. I would recommend you always go for more than 2 or 3 alerts. If possible, there is no limit at all. You can create n number of alerts. You can create n number of alerts, but I would always recommend you to go for 2 or 3 alerts. Okay, so if you are someone, if you have an interest, you want to know about the job, the current job market demand of for foreign languages, you can create now itself, and you could just check. Like I would promise you, today evening you create, after this webinar you create one alert, and tomorrow you see on this Spanish, I could definitely assure that you will get 5 openings, minimum 5 openings. And the same thing happens with any other language. It doesn't matter Spanish. I'm just taking some name, any one language name. But you can go with French, you can go with Japanese, you can go with Korean, you can go with Hebrew. So Hebrew, there are few languages which are very niche. So for them, for particular languages will get a very less very less alerts because the requirement in India is very low. But the packages for that profiles, if you are a fresher also, you can demand more. So because it's a requirement, it's a very niche profile. So your demand for that, the demand for that particular profiles are very, very high. So this is one of the thing which I wanted to help you with this. I wanted to convey to all the freshers who are searching for this job. And moving on. Yeah. There is similar, similar to the Google alerts, there is one thing called LinkedIn alert. So in LinkedIn also, see, in Google alerts, we'll get the mails. Through mails, we are going to get the alerts. Okay. Normally, when I use around 6 to 7 alerts, per day I get around 70 or 80 alerts. so you'll be continuously getting lot of alerts from the Google. Like it might be something, you use one keyword which is related to your profile, which is related to your domain, you will get minimum 10 or 15 alerts on that particular openings. Okay, the same thing works on the LinkedIn also. I'll show you the LinkedIn quickly. Let me open the LinkedIn. There we go. So this is our BCU webpage. Here I'm going to search any job like Spanish, or I would go with the Polish. So after entering the keyword, so it is showing this filters. Here you can choose jobs. Okay. So Polish, India, jobs. So it is giving all the Polish opportunities. I don't think so we'll be having more opportunities in Polish, but as of now, you can see the Polish opportunities are 173 results are there. If you search for French, you'll get more. If you search for German, you'll get more. If you search for Spanish, if you search for Japanese, Chinese, you get more results. So after searching them, you have chosen the job. So after choosing the job, you can click on date posted. So it shows like anytime or last 24 hours, past week or past month. Okay. Then experience level. Are you an intern? I mean a beginner, or you're an executive level? So everything is available. I don't want to go and choose any of these filters, or I don't want to choose any date posted. This you can use like once you are thorough with, once you are following every day now, then you can change it to the 24 hours. Normally I do that. Why? Because I know like how many openings are coming every day. Every day, it gives me a notification on my phone. I mean, if you have installed your LinkedIn application on your phone, it will give a notification on phone. Then if you are focusing on particular company, you can mention the company. If you are not focusing on any other company, any particular company, no need to give any company names. You can just leave it. But to create the job alert, you have to click on this one. You can see job alert off. You click it on. Now the job alert is on. So today, right now the time is so today, tomorrow at the same time, you will get a notification here. It will show the Polish opportunities, whatever the opportunities are there, it will show here, and you can see how many opportunities are there. So if you are someone, if you want to know the current demand, the current French language profile demand in the market, you could start creating an alert now. It's never late. When you can start now, it's like it keeps you like motivating. Like you'll be getting all the alerts, and you'll understand the demand in the market, and by that you have a motivation. You could learn. Your morale will be raised, and you'll always have a zeal to learn the language as soon as possible. When try to finish up the levels as soon as possible. So you can start it now. You can create both the Google alert as well as LinkedIn alert. Okay. So as I explained you the Google search algorithm, how to add the location, how to add the preference, and how to remove the preference. So that is, I hope that's clear. And if you miss something, if something is not clear now, you could again play this video, which is streaming on YouTube. After this video also, you can just play back and you can check what if you have missed something, if you're trying to apply the Google alert settings, like, or the filters, whatever I use now. And now create number of alerts. Alerts should be, you can't go with only one alert. try to create as much as possible. There is no limit, and they are not going to ask you to pay something for that. It's free of cost, and you can apply when you could create as much as alerts possible. You can go with multiple language also. It's not necessary that you have to go with one particular language. If you want to do a probe on the languages, and you want to check like how many alerts are coming for particular languages, you can create a different language. For my friends profile, we have around 3 alerts or 4. Alerts specifically, 3 alerts specifically on this languages like German, French, and Spanish. So we used to get around per day 17 to 18 on each language. Like sometimes yesterday it was like 9 from the French and 12 from German, and Spanish it was 11. So that many opportunities were there per day. So that's how you'll get the the notifications. This I'm talking about the LinkedIn. Google Alert, you will be getting too many opportunities. Wherever a new opening comes, as soon as it is published on any platform, any portal, you will get the alert. Okay. Now, after this, how I want to tell you how you're going to showcase your profile. So when you are this is for when you are attending an interview. When you're nowadays we are not we are unable to have a face-to-face round directly. We can't go and we can't walk into the company and we can't give the interview. Everything has become like on a Teams or Skype or Zoom platform. Through online, we are giving the interviews and all. But it's very important to for you to showcase like how much value you could add for the organization, how much values you could add for the existing projects. That speaks a lot. They won't tell you, they won't look into your skills, or they won't look into your the degrees which you hold. But if you, for an example, my friend is working in a company, so he's having a 3 languages. He added 3 languages in his lingo. He's capable of handling a French project. He's capable of handling a German project. He's capable of handling a Spanish project. So what happens is suddenly a new project came in. So a new project came in, and it was an Italian project. So he's not aware of, when he didn't do any certification on Italian. So what he have done is he called me, John, I need some help. I need some help on the Italian. There's a new project came in. I want to help the team. There is no one is available here in the current company. I want your help. And so that time, what he have done is I've given some material for him. He had brushed up, and they have started the project, and it went well. They have closed the project also. So like that, if you are capable to handle, if you're capable to be a multilingual, to add more value to the organization, you have to showcase that. You have to show that brand to them, like you are capable of adapting to the languages, or ready to take the ownership and get down into that work. So that's very important. And while having the conversation, the vocal image and personal image should be very confident. There should be it should look very positive to the HR. Why? Because most of the time they are not going to sit right in front of us. Everything is going to be happen in a short, a 13-inch or 14-inch screen. So I don't know, like whether a person can't be approximated with the screens, with this tiny screens, unless we see them virtually. Okay, so that should be also shown when that should be also shown through this platforms. And next thing is niche profiles. See, the niche profiles is nothing but there are some combinations. Language, adding a language will be always advantage. For an example, my profile is also one of the niche profile. If you search for an engineer in my domain into aerospace with the Spanish and French, very rare. Hardly, if I could count, there are 2 Spanish engineers with my domain, and 4 or 5 are there in French. And that too, people are having a B1 level or A2 level. They are not having above B2 level, or having a master's and all. So this shows the importance of your profile for the organization, how you are going to be a key stakeholder for that business. So this is also one of the most important things, where a language, by learning a language, this will be added to your profile. So implementing, okay, this is one of the most important thing. Where the people who are looking for, the third point, where the people who are looking to change the jobs and want to grow in their careers, and they have some family problems and all. So these are the list of points which are blocking them. One thing is tough time. They might be having a financial crisis or some medical issues at home. That always blocks them to think beyond the box, because the constraints they have, the stress, the situation they go through. So because of that also, they are not able to grow. And low CTC, the people who are having a low CTC also, they think like whether I will be able to earn. So that depression will be there. And underconfident, the people are not confident whether they could able to move into the other domain or learn other language to move into the other job. Average technical skills. There are few people who are having average technical skills, which is not helping them to grow in their career, and already on high CTC. So some few people are there, they are in high CTC, but if they think like learning this language would not give show any effort, means it's wrong. If you are in high CTC, if you are earning around 12 lakhs per annum or 13 lakhs per annum or take 15 lakhs per annum, if you are adding a language to your lingo, definitely your the CTC you could expect from while moving it, while switching to the other job, you can go up to 100 and 100% is a bench. Above 100% you can go any figure. You can go for 125 or 150. There is no limit, because the demand in the market is more. They need you. They need the foreign language profiles. It's not available, and less experience. So people think like, I have a less experience. Would I be able to give that much? Would I be able to get that much of package? Yes, it is possible with the foreign language. I told you now, a degree doesn't matter. Experience doesn't matter. You have a skill, you are well versed in the language, then you are capable to reach to the extreme heights. And yeah, so these are the few blockers people think. People think, and they won't, it won't let you people to learn this language. If I learn this language also, I won't. You think like, it will not let you grow, but actually it's not the thing. You learn the language, you add the certification to your profile, then you don't need to go and approach a company. Wait for it. Do the above steps which I have told you. Like you follow the above steps. Go with the alerts and go. Follow the modern way of modern approach of job applying methods. You follow that. This helps you a lot, and this will take you to your career heights where you are, where you will be able to see a huge difference. I'll tell you here one of my experience. 2018, when I moved to Bangalore, I started learning Spanish in Bangalore City University. So when I started learning, it was pretty easy for me, because when I was in Hyderabad, I already learned French, German, and Portuguese. So Portuguese was very near to the Spanish. It was very easy for me to learn, and moreover, the grammar and all, like, it was same, and the vocabulary also, it's almost similar. So I was also helping my classmates. So 1 year past, we have all completed our certification 1 and certification 2 level. So there were few people in my classmates. I want to take them as an example. So they were working for the companies without this language for years together, more than 7 years or 8 years. And one of my classmates, he told me, John, it's been a couple of years. It's been more than 9 years. I'm working in this domain. I don't see any growth. Would you be able to help me to get into any position? So at that time I had this alerts and all. So I used to get the alerts. So once I got an alert from a company, I'd like to mention here, from IBM. So I told him, no, for the time being, I'm not interested. Would you be able to call my friend? He's looking for a change. He would like to join. So I referred him. As soon as the call, I disconnected the call. The call went to him, and he got, his profile got to the further recruitment process. And within 2 days, he called me and he told me, John, I got selected, and I got a very good hike. This is something very exciting for him, because after 8 years, he used to tell me, like, I'm having a lot of financial problems, and I'm unable to grow. I'm recently married. I have a daughter. I know I'm not unable to save a penny also. So after this transition from from non-language domain to the language domain. Now he's enjoying. Recently, a month ago, he called me and he told me, John, recently I got a promotion. Now I'm a team lead for this process. I was really excited. Within a year, he has only a certificate 1 and certificate 2 level of certification of Spanish. That helped him to grow from a normal profile to the extreme profile. Now he has, he has become a team lead for the for that particular process, and he is directly reporting to the VP. Really, very, very exciting, and I was very happy for him. And he also told me that you should definitely come, to my place, and we're gonna have some. So I told him, this is not the end. You should start learning, and you should, do other certifications, and So language is something you keep on learning. You increase your skills. You add the certification, you finish the levels. The more the levels you finish, the more the value of your profile goes up. I'll tell you my experience and the thing which happened for me. In the beginning, when I was working as an engineer for 3 years, I didn't have any growth track. My package was very low. Then after going to Bangalore, I moved into the language domain, where I was using French and German as a majors and the technical documentation. So that helped me a lot, to grow from 120% of hike. That was my first switch and the main transition to the language. After that, within before this pandemic, again I've switched because the previous company we lost some projects due to the COVID. At that time, Italy was hit very bad with the COVID. So looking at the situation before getting laid off, I moved to the other company. So once again, I got 110% of hike. See, so but the second time when I switched to the other company, that time I finished my advanced level of French, and I improved my communication and my skills at Bangalore City University, which helped me to grow a lot, and that was very helpful for me. And that's how it has impacted me to grow in my career. So this was few examples. I would also tell one of there was one more Spanish classmate. She was also working for an organization. She's already working in Spanish, but her package was very low. She was not. She was earning very low package in a medical domain. She was supporting Latin companies, Latin American companies. So when she started her career, she told me, John, I started with a 3.6 lakh, John. After this many years, I'm not able to grow it. So after joining after I moved to the recent company, I asked her, are you interested to join my company? I would ask you, I would refer you. I referred her, and now she's earning around 13 or 14, 12 or 13 lakhs per annum. And she was excited. And the moment she moved the transition from that company, moved from that company to my company, she became a lead. She became an assistant manager. So see, this is how a language could impact. This is how a language could take you to the extremes. So there is no limit for, you're coming from any background, whether you have a degree, whether you have a technical skills, whether you have some, other privileges. But language has its own privilege. So you are always in a right direction when you're going with the language or learning the language. Okay, let me show you this LinkedIn profile and SSI. So in this modern job search method, LinkedIn is also one of the most important platform where the HRs are shortlisting, or they are selecting the profiles directly. Why? Because LinkedIn, more than the other portals or the ATA system, LinkedIn speaks a lot. You could showcase yourself with all the information, providing all the information in your profile, all the achievements, all the certifications, all the previous experience, roles and responsibilities, everything. You can upload a video and you can put it over there. So that's how the LinkedIn is helping HRs today. So if you are new, or if you have not started a LinkedIn account, it's better if you start it now. It's never late. So I started in 2013 or 14. Now I built a connection, a network of around 13,000 or 13,500. It is going, and So LinkedIn is like, you're connecting to the network, you're connecting to the people of your domain or different domain, or the language experts or HRs, or it might be anyone. There is no restriction. LinkedIn is meant for it's a social platform, but it's a professional social platform which helps you to connect, which helps you to share the insights, articles, and all the professional related activities. Everything can be shared. Okay, let me show you a LinkedIn profile, and I wanted to show you this SSI. What is this SSI? This is also very important thing. This also, it's like it is going to rate you how active and how your profile is, how your profile is standing in the LinkedIn platform. Okay, let me go to the LinkedIn and let me show you one of my friends' profile first. So, I'm searching in Google, not in LinkedIn. It's in the wrong search. Oh, sorry for that. There we go. So he's also a student of Bangalore City University. It shows like before before dividing into 3 universities. So he's working as a Spanish language expert in LATAM asset management at IBM. So here you can see. Let me maximize this. Okay, here you can see it shows like the name and the position and the previous education and the company where he's working. And here you can mention about your previous experience, and you could mention about yourself, what you were and what your capabilities, and what all the previous experience, and what all the tools you have worked, and what all the languages you have known. All the information you can provide here. And this also, it gives a 100%. You have to fill the 100% so that your profile reaches to the your profile reaches to the HRs or the recruiters. So this is the experience. You're going to add all the experience here, and the education and skills. When it comes to the skills and endorsement, if you are studying, if you're doing a course with Bangalore City Center for Global Languages, after your course, we will assure that we will definitely endorse your skills on LinkedIn profile, which helps which would be helpful for you, to HR to recognize that you have studied this particular course in our Center for Global Languages. Okay, so here we can give the recommendations or comments to other people, and other certification languages, whatever you can put it over here. So this is the LinkedIn. If you are new or if you have not started it, I would recommend you to start it now itself, and you could try to create a very strong profile with a lot of information. You can you can search for other profiles also, and you can see like how they are going to describe about themselves, and you can ponder more for more information, and you can gather and you can make a good profile. So this is also one of the important platforms right now. The recruiters and HRs are following to source the profile. Okay, and the other thing which I want to tell you is SSI, LinkedIn SSI. So LinkedIn SSI is, one second, LinkedIn. LinkedIn SSI score. So LinkedIn SSI score is nothing but a score which is assessed and given for a profile. So since this is a Bangalore Center for Global Languages profile, it would not have a much index like current social selling index. Social selling index means your profile is selling to the in the LinkedIn platform, how it is selling. This should be, now since this is a Bangalore City account, Center for Global Languages account, it shows like 3 out of 100. Normally, for the other profiles, like for the profile like my profile or any other's profile, it should be above 70 till 90 or 95. My profile, I think now it's today's SSI is, social selling index is around 73. So it should be above. So how this is, how you're going to increase this SSI is like we have to balance these things. We have to balance this thing. First thing is you have to build your professional brand. Professional brand is nothing but adding your skills and giving a brief introduction or about yourself and what are your previous experience. All this information should be provided there. and finding the right people. You have to always find the right people. When like you are a French language expert or Spanish language expert, find seniors, like managers or leads who are in the same domain and connect with them. Engage with the insights. Engage with the insights is nothing but there might be many articles which are published or which is related to the languages or which are related to the companies, which are related to your concerned domains. You have to engage with the comments or likes, or you have to react to those insights. So with that also, it'll your your SSI score index SSI score will be increased. And next, build the relationship. Build the relationship is nothing but increasing the connection. You're going to send the connection request to all the people who are very relevant to your job or very relevant to your profile, so that they might help you one day. If you are if you want to look for a change, you can just now LinkedIn has an option. If you want to look for a change, you can change the photo, and it gives an option like open to the work. So you click on this details, it shows like you're open for the work, and it shows all the information. So open for the work, these are the things. And graphic designer, so Spanish, when she's a Spanish language expert. So her location is this, and starting date, she's immediately ready to join. And job type is full-time or remote. For the time being, they are most of the people are going with the remote because since we are in a pandemic, we are in lockdown, so we are unable to work from the offices. So here, once you put it on open for work, your profile will have a tag or an image will be added as hashtag open to work. So these profiles are easily visible for the recruiters. These profiles, as soon as I change my status to the open to work, my profile will reach to the concerned HR who's already searching, who's already hunting for this my profile. For the profile who's having a French and German, or who's having a French with the engineering background. So there are recruiters who are rigorously searching for this niche profiles. It will be very easy for them to connect with you. So this happened with me also. So it's better that you all also, everyone who are watching this webinar, I recommend you to start creating your LinkedIn page and put all the necessary information and make it more attractive to the attractive to the HRs, so that they would be able to get back to you. Okay, this is about the SSI. And here you can see it also shows like people in industry. It is comparing with the other people who are in the same industry. Okay, industry means it depends on the different. I'm from the design and design and engineering industry. So people are from language localization industry. There are people from medical industry or heavy engineering from the IT industry. So depending on the industry, it shows that stat also. People in the network. In your network is nothing but the people to whom you are already connected. Among them, it's going to give the ratings, how you stand out, how you stand out from them. So that information will also be given here. So this is one of the important things. I would recommend you to check the SSI, the social selling index, every week. Weekly once, or at least 2 weeks once. This helps you a lot if you are a person who's rigorously searching for a job opportunities. If you want to know how your profile is working in the job search market, so this gives a lot of information. So always keep tracking this information and always keep monitoring this information. Okay, let's get back to the PPT. Yeah, we are almost done. Please hold on for a couple of minutes. So frequently asked question. So I don't think like this is a important question or something very important. What is a foreign language? Better than me, I wanted you all, if you are a layman, if you don't know anything about foreign language, if you are a layman, if someone told you first time as a foreign language, if you are a layman, if you want to know about the foreign language, I would recommend you to please go to the YouTube and search for Center for Global Languages. And here you can see, after searching for Center for Global Languages, it shows our Center for Global Languages channel. Click on this And here you can see the playlist. It shows the webinars, all the playlists, all the webinars which are available, or you can click on videos, which shows all the videos which we have recently recorded for all our for you people. So if you want to learn, if you want to know more about any particular language like Polish or German, Korean, or Hebrew, or any language like French or Japanese, or any language, you can just click on that and you could get the information from basic scratch to 100%. If you want to know more about the language, or if you have any other queries also, you could reach us on CGL.BCU@gmail.com. Okay. And the second question here is, and I would also request you, please like, subscribe, and share our channel videos, and and click on the bell icon to get the notification as soon as we upload the videos. Yeah. And why should I learn a foreign language? I have given an ample of reasons in the previous slides in the past 1 hour, or probably almost 1 hour. So why you should learn? Why one should learn a foreign language? So that gives a lot of information about this. Why I should learn? Why should I learn a foreign language? Okay. Now the next question is, which language should I learn? It depends on you. Like I'm not going to suggest you, or nobody is going to suggest you that which language you should learn. First thing is, I would like to tell you, before learning a language, you all make sure that your filters. I've read one article about the Stephen Krashen. He had wrote about an article about the acquiring a second language or a foreign language. He mentioned that there are some filters which will block while learning a foreign language if you are not interested. So you have to decide whether you control that filters or the filters control you. So it all depends on you. You can go for any language. You can choose any language. Every language has its importance. Every language has equivalent opportunities and huge demand in the market, in the job market. Okay, it's all left for you, that you can choose whichever language. But we would definitely help you with the queries or the information about the languages if you have. And if you're thinking about the difficulty or the challenge of choosing a language, it's nothing like that. All the language has their equivalent difficulty or challenge of learning. I'll share my personal experience. When I started learning a German, it was little hard, but the grammar which I learned in the earlier stage, it was not so difficult. But with that help, I learned French also. It has become very easy. But the only challenge where I felt is in the advanced level, because I am a person coming from a technical background and learning a literature, and that was a really challenging for me. But believe me, we have a excellent faculty, very dedicated faculty in our Bangalore City University. When I was having that challenge that I was unable to analyze the citations in the literature, I would like to mention here Dr. Sandana Krishnan. He helped me a lot. He elucidated me with the how I should think in a philosophical way, how the author is trying to communicate the information with that text. So it was really exciting when I was first time when I was learning the literature. It was a year or 1.5 years ago. Now I have a good grip on the literature, and I'm learning a lot with Madam Jyoti and Madam Shashikala, which helps me to. Even though I'm coming from the different domain also, now it's very easy for me to acquire with this such a dedicated faculty in here. And challenges are there for while learning a language. But only thing is, we have to control the filters. We have to make sure that I want to learn this. That zeal should be there. Then it's very easy to learn regardless of any language. So next one, where should I learn? So this question might be there for everyone. Where should I learn? There are many institutes or many organizations are there, but I would recommend in South India, and if you search for oldest or very ancient university which is providing foreign languages, obviously Bangalore City University. Here the courses are offered from 1985. I've seen several batches, hopping out from this eminent university, and I would always recommend this would be their best place. And I also give you one reason. See, when you're applying for a job, when you go to the job now, they will ask you for the levels, as we discussed in the third slide or fourth slide about the levels. Like we have a A1 level, A2 level. Then sometimes, in particularly, they would ask you for the diplomas, which diploma you have. You have advanced diploma or you have a higher diploma. Based on that, also they're going to hire. If you are going for a private institute, what happens there is they will give you the certification, but I don't think that will be valid, or that will be issued by a government recognized university. So I would recommend Bangalore City University is one of the best place where you could learn the foreign language. And when could I start? Next question is, when could I start? So it's never late. I won't tell you that there is no age limit, or there is no some restrictions where you could start your foreign language. I'll give you one example, two examples. When I was learning French in Hyderabad, there was one lady. She came from Kerala. Her name is Mari, and she's around 74 years young. 74 years young. It's I was always taking inspiration from her. Like that age also, she wants to learn. She wants to pursue something. And she, at the end of this course, like when I was moving back to the Bangalore, and I met her once, and she told John, she gifted me something, and she told me, John, you're one of the brightest students, and I see how fast and how quickly you could acquire anything whichever you learn. So it was very nice meeting her. And the second example is, after moving to the Bangalore City University, when after moving to Bangalore, 2018, when I started Spanish, I had one more classmate. He is also around 65 plus years young, and he is a retired professor of Bangalore University, and he's a doctorate. And that age also, he was so energetic to learn Spanish. And seriously, the whole Bangalore, every place I learned from him. He was like a mentor for me, always like a parent for me. He helped me a lot. Here I would like to mention his name, because at that age also, people are ready to learn a foreign language. So the age is not a limit. It's just something which is blocking you. If you have financial issues or like family issues, those things are not blockers. So if you are a serious person who wants to learn, who wants to see the career growth, this is the right time. There is no particular time where you could start. You have to take an initiative. You have to come forward and to take a foreign language course. Next, how much it costs to learn a foreign language? I could tell you it's not so expensive. And if you go any other places also, always the cost of the courses in Bangalore City University is very minimum. And you can compare also, that I could assure you, it's very, very minimum. And main thing, one thing I would like to remind you all is, you're getting a certification from a government recognized university. And this is very valuable thing. And if you are putting in your resume, if you are adding this, like you got the certification of this particular level from so and so university, then it will be very useful. I mean, it will be very highlighted for a candidate. I mean, for a HR to choose your profile. Next, how could I learn a foreign language? Yeah, this is one thing I want to tell you some information. See, as of now, we are in pandemic. Normally the classes are organized in offline. We used to go to the classes on weekends, and there are some weekdays courses also. There are crash courses, and there are different modes of courses are there. Those will be announced very soon, probably in the next couple of weeks or fortnight. I would request you all to keep follow us on the social media, and please keep checking the notifications. And how could I learn a foreign language? Yes. One thing is, you could attend the classes. I'm not sure like how things are going to be, but recently I came to know from Madame Jyoti. She said like we are going to start online platform classes, but exams will be offline. You have to come for an exam and you have to write the exam. But this is going to help you a lot. If you are there in Kashmir, you can learn a language. If you are there in Sikkim, or you are there in Guwahati, or if you are there in Gujarat, you can learn a language. So there is no distance, the barrier that you can't come here and learn. You stay at home, and we are coming there, and we are going to take the take the classes for the foreign languages. So next thing is so before closing, I would request everyone to follow us on social media. First, go to the Facebook, like our page, like, share, and comment our post. We'll be posting every whenever we get the notifications or all the information, or we will also keep on posting all the webinars and whatever the activities which are going in Center for Global Language at University. And also, I would also request you to turn on the instant notification. As soon as we post something, you should get notified. So I would request you to turn on the notification. After following us, after hitting a like, there's an option there's a 3-dot button. You click on it and you change the settings to instant notification or view first. Okay, there will be a default and view first. Okay. Next thing is follow us on Twitter. There also we are posting all the information which are related to the Center for Global Languages, and you could also comment, share, and comment, like, and share our tweets. Next thing is LinkedIn. Follow us on LinkedIn. Like, comment, share our post. As soon as you finish your language course at Center for Global Languages, we will, after getting your certifications from our department, you could reach our department. You can reach the IT admin desk and ask for the endorsement on your LinkedIn profile. We will do it for you. But the only thing is you have to get a certification from it. So how this is going to help you? So this is going to help you when the your profile is visible. If your profile is screened by an HR, they will look for the skills. What are the skills you have? Who all have endorsed you? So that plays a major role here. So we are there. We are going to help you in professionally also. We're going to take one step ahead to help you here. Next thing is YouTube. So we have our own channel. I would request you to please subscribe to our channel, like, comment, and share the videos. And all the videos, see, I would request you, today I'm trying to help you all with a lot of information which might be empowering you with the current market requirement or language profile information, or salary insights, or a lot of information. So I would request you, if you are also intended to help any other, please share this video to the person who wants to change their career, or who wants to start go for a new start, who's stuck in their career, or who's having a gap, and who someone recently completed their graduations, or someone they are starting their graduation. You could share with them, let them watch, let them know how the how a foreign language could impact a normal person's life. Okay, so I would show you our pages and our website. So here, as I showed you, you can go to the YouTube and search for the Center for Global Languages. There you can see, and you can click on subscribe. Since it's an admin page, so I'll not have an option for subscribe. And if you are on Facebook also, you can just go to the search, and here you can see center. You type as a center, it shows up. Like you can type all keyword like Center for Global Languages. Then also it will show. Click on this. After clicking on this, you can hit like. Okay, so hit like, and if you want, you can go here, options, and for me it is not available, but for you it is available, where you can change the option settings and put it as soon as posted, or show notification as soon as something is published. Okay, and next thing is Twitter. In Twitter also, on Twitter also, you could go to the search bar and search for just CGL.BCU or CGL, CGL, CGL BCU. So our page will be up here. You can follow us, as well as you can like, share our videos, or the posts, or the notifications, whatever it might be we are going to post, which helps to spread among the people, and the information go to the maximum, reaches the maximum people. And Facebook and YouTube and LinkedIn, Okay, let me open the LinkedIn here. Yeah, we're almost done. Just 5 minutes. So this is our LinkedIn page. So here you can see, or else you can just search as a Center for Global Languages. It shows here. So there also you can go and follow us and subscribe to us and follow us and like the post and comment the post. If you have any queries also, you could send us a mail on any of these platforms. We will definitely try to give a response as soon as possible. And I would like to add one more thing here. Here, students after completing the PUC and 12th standard, if you are going to continue your graduation, it is fine. Along with the graduation, this suggestion I got from Swami sir. He's office admin for Center for Global Language. He told me he explained me this information when I was studying the Spanish in way back 2018. If you are a student who recently passed out yesterday, I think like we got the PUC second PUC result. Most of the students are cleared their PUC. Fortunately, this year amid this pandemic. If you are watching this video, there is some information for you. I'm gonna convey. So, along with your any graduation, I would request you to take any one of the course, any one of the foreign language now. By the time when you finish off your graduation, whenever you finish off your degree, you'll be having at least a higher level of certification, which would be more than enough to get into a job. If you're not getting a job on your degree, based on the degree or the qualification which you have, but I could assure you that you will get a job on language, because the demand for the language is more than for degree. So it's a eye-opening webinar for you. So better you start it now. This would be a very good idea or a very good startup to grow in your career. And finally, I would like to show you some details. Like Center for Global Languages, we have been offering foreign language courses since 1985. The languages offered are French, German, Spanish, Italian, Portuguese, Polish, Dutch, Finnish, Japanese, Chinese, Korean, Arabic, Russian, Hebrew. The courses offered are conversation courses. It depends on the demand on admission. Certificate 1, Certificate 2, diploma courses, higher diploma, advanced diploma, MA courses. MA also depending on the admissions, like we go the Spanish, French, or Japanese or German, and PhD. So for any other details or any queries or anything you want to know, we are always open for you. We are always happy to hear from you. We are always happy to help you. You could reach us on this address, or you could call us on this phone number, or you could also write us on CGL.BCU@gmail.com. And we would always we recommend you, or we would request you to follow us on all the social medias, CGL, the rate of CGL BCU. Thank you one and all. I'm gonna end this my part from my side, and I would request Madam Shavia to take over.
Good evening, one and all. Thank you, Johnson. That was a really insightful session indeed, not only for beginners, but even for people like us who can take a lot of help with the social medias and, updating our profiles on LinkedIn and all that. Thank you. Thanks a lot. Today, I would be here talking about my experiences at Center for Global Languages. First of all, good evening and bonjour to everyone present. I'm Shravya Mauli. I'm a research scholar at Bengaluru City University, Center for Global Languages under Dr. Jyoti Venkatesh. I'm also a French lecturer at KLE College, Bengaluru, and I also take online French classes. I am a passionate French teacher. This is the first line you people are going to find on all of my social media platforms, starting from Instagram to LinkedIn. This passion towards French for me was kindled under my present guide and mentor, Dr. Jyoti Venkatesh. This was when I was pursuing my bachelor's at Mount Carmel's, that for one of our literature sessions, we had Dr. Jyoti Venkatesh as a guest speaker. I can remember that day in detail up until now. That was the impact she had on us. She spent her time teaching us the French romantic literature, and thus was born my romance with French. And also the point of desire, where I wanted to do my master's in French, and there was no better place I could have done it. I did it with Center for Global Languages, again with Dr. Jyoti Venkatesh and her beautiful team. Thus began my journey with the Center for Global Languages, Bengaluru City University. Frank Smith, a Canadian psycholinguist, recognized for his contributions in linguistics and cognitive psychology, says that language is not a genetic gift, it is a social gift. Learning a new language is becoming a member of a club, the community of speakers of that language. And it has been a privilege for me that I have joined this multilingual club at CGL. Here we are a family that has embraced the new language and strive to spread this passion for teaching as well as for learning the language through to all our students. Here, we students not only learn a language, but we are presented with multiple opportunities to get first-hand experiences, on-the-job experiences through the network created by our faculty with various embassies and MNCs. My master's at the university and the center began in the year 2010, a fruitful year, not only for academics, but it also provides us with opportunities to take part in various fests, and like the French fest called Francophile at Mount Carmel College and the annual St. Joseph's Fest. As a team, we were the recipients of multiple awards and prizes at the events. And the next year, our séjour in the second year outdid the first one. In addition to the fest, we were invited to participate in translation competitions of various MNCs based in Pune and Mumbai. As this was also the year of specialization for us, we had subjects like translation and teaching. We were given the opportunity at the center to teach the correspondence students a linguistics paper. This gave us a sneak peek into our forthcoming teaching careers. How we will be in a classroom. We were on the other side of the table. Until now, we were only learning, but with this experience, we knew how we would be teaching as well. In any educational institution, the faculty play a key role, the central role in shaping the minds and attitudes of the students. At CGL, we have been presented with qualified and zealous teachers. With the coordination of the center with various embassies, the students also get great opportunities to interact with native language speakers. You get the authentic feel of the language and its culture. The same cordial relationships between the two organizations, that's the center and the embassy, and the constant support and encouragement from our lecturers here offers the students opportunities to attend guest lectures and participate as audience and also present papers in national and international conferences. One of the major opportunities that I received from the center was traveling to Japan with the whole team for an international conference. It's like once in a lifetime opportunity. The center is a Pandora for opportunities. It is not just an educational institution, but a community that teaches and provides students with the means to put into use what they have learned. I would take this opportunity to thank the staff, office, and teachers at CGL for being there for me all through these years and hoping to continue this wondrous journey with you all. Merci CGL. Je vous remercie de tout cœur. Uh, a, a picture speaks 1,000 words. Here, I would like to present a small clipping to show the opportunities provided by CGL in my journey with French. Johnson, would that be a possibility? Can I share my screen?
Yes, please. Yes, please.
Thank you. Is it visible? Is it visible? Is my
Yes,
screen visible? Yes.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. We can speak.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you again, CGL BCU, for this beautiful opportunity. Thank you, Jyoti ma'am. Thank you, everyone. Johnson, we could now move on. Merci beaucoup.
Thank you. Thank you. Thanks a lot, ma'am. I would request Madam Sharanya to take over the speech. Madam Sharanya.
Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am, you are audible.
Good evening, and that was brilliant, Johnson. Just give me a
Thanks a
minute.
lot.
Just give me a minute. Sorry, I'm having some technical difficulty here. I apologize for that. Johnson, that was really insightful. And I was thinking as you were presenting, maybe I should send you my profile after this webinar. I'm wondering what I have been doing and where you have been, Johnson. But honestly, I'm going to try and give all you viewers a very different perspective. I think Johnson gave you a technical, a lot of technical insights. And I know there are many educators here. I'm going to try and give you my perspectives on being a passionate educator like myself. I think the pandemic has taught us a lot, and where many people lost jobs in all fields. My situation was slightly different. I think I got lucky transitioning from one opportunity to another last May, and I actually found myself a job. Why I'm saying that is because I'm attributing it to my master's degree from CGL Bangalore Central University. The faculty support, the skill sets that the entire master's program prepares you for. Yes, I believe it is competency, it is confidence, and a lot of other factors, personality, attitudes, all of that. But the kind of learning that the master's itself, the program itself prepares you for, I think is one of the major factors in what happened last year for me in May 2020. I'm surprised that with the onset of digital technology and the kind of revolution that we've seen in the last decade, and the pandemic, the current pandemic, ongoing pandemic, I think has allowed education to go global, go online, and go virtual, right? Which is a huge advantage. Knowing my specialization is French, yes. I thought at one point being bilingual is an advantage, but look at how it has evolved in the last decade or even 15 years. Today, being multilingual is the need of the hour, right? I got into French very, very early in life and decided to immerse and delve deep into etymology and go into that field. But being also a graduate from JNU Delhi gave me an opportunity to explore Italian, Portuguese, and German as well. So I got the opportunity of being multilingual. I think I got very, very lucky there, but being multilingual opened up not just avenues and opportunities, but I think it also opened up perspectives. So I think knowing a foreign language, like Johnson said, doesn't matter which one or which ones, it gives you the choice of exploring the domains that you want. That much for, and I believe bilingualism, being a French specialist today, bilingualism is still such an important concept for us, right? Being, whether you're an educator or in the technical domain, bilingualism is what it is. Also, knowing a foreign language and speaking 4 or 5 foreign languages, as Indians, as Asians, we all speak several regional languages. I speak 6 or 7 myself. I think it brings, you're able to make a difference, a big difference in daily life. Let me give you an example. I started my career, I didn't go straight into education or the foreign language domain. I used to be with an airline. And knowing foreign languages, I think, is the best thing that could have happened to me at 23. So there was a group of sisters, Portuguese sisters, going back from Bangalore to Portugal. And the airline I worked with realized they knew my competency in several languages. These poor sisters, senior as they were, did not speak any other language except Portuguese. And having just graduated and learned Portuguese, I think threw me straight into a sea where I had to learn to swim and keep my head above water. So I was paged frantically, told to come to reception and help this group who was traveling, who needed help. So by chance, I became this Portuguese translator for them. And I think I made a very small difference, but a difference that I think lasts in their minds so much so I think they read my name on the badge I was wearing. They went back to Portugal and sent my managing director an appreciation letter. I believe there are multiple ways you can make a difference. And I think foreign languages, knowing a foreign language or knowing several languages gets your recruiter, like Johnson was saying, your employer, to give you that second look, which I think I have got. I've been fortunate to get in the last 2 decades of my career. Knowing a foreign language, I think, was one of the FAQs, and I'm going to repeat that. I think it provided that cultural perspective. Knowing a foreign language is an opportunity for you to learn the culture of the target country, right? So learning French would give you an opportunity to explore France as your target culture, Spain if you're learning Spanish, Portugal in case you're learning Portuguese, etc., etc. But I also think it gives you perspective on the values, beliefs, traditions, and the thought process of these people. When I say it's a window to culture of the target country, that depending on what language you're learning, what I mean is it gives you insights on the thought process as well. Who are these natives? What and how are they thinking? And talking about that, basically, why do we learn a language? It could be your maternal, your mother tongue, if you want. It's a basic communication skill, right? Registering for the master's degree at BCU, I had a full-time job at an organization, and there were people who actually thought I was a fool to quit that kind of an opportunity to register for a full-time course. I would not agree. I think that's the best thing that could happen to me. Better late than never. Because the kind of confidence that the program, the faculty instill in you, it went a long way. And now I'm talking about tangible benefits. I was able to double my CTC in 3 years. Not that that was my end goal. It's a means to an end, right? It happened. If it happens, you're lucky. But for me, there were other objectives why I wanted to quit a full-time role to register for a full-time master's program at that age. I'm glad I did, and I'm very, very happy to be here, thankful for this opportunity, because I have not stopped learning. I have just signed up for my second master's degree today, and that's what I think interacting with expert mentors at CGL can do for you. The kind of push, the kind of hand-holding, the kind of support that I have received in the last 2 years to honor with a double gold. I could not have done it without this expert team. They were there at odd hours, unearthly hours. The support system that a family can lend you when you need it. Tangible benefits, CTC, yes, definitely. I was also able to position myself to get 9 out of the 10 jobs that I applied for. I think Johnson has gone into a lot of those details, which I wouldn't like to repeat, but what I'm saying is I'm reiterating what I'm saying. It works. And I think I've been example of that, except that, yes, there are regrets. I could have done this 2 decades earlier. I can go on and on and on, but this is where I think I'd like to end to say that the online virtual platforms today also provide, let's say you're a yoga teacher and you know a foreign language, you know French. With this kind of digital revolution, digitalization, you can reach yoga practitioners in their target language and teach them on any of the platforms that you want. I mean, make the most of it. Please continue learning. And I wish you the very best. I hope these tips I've shared have been useful. You can reach out to any one of us. Thank you very much. Johnson, back to you.
Thanks a lot, ma'am. Thanks for a very informative end. I would like to ask Mr. Ajay Rao, please take out the next speech.
Sure. Thank you, Jonathan. Am I audible, visible?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
You're audible and you're visible.
Okay. Thank you. Okay. My name is Ajay Rao. I'm currently a French teacher at Foundation School, India. And I'm going to share today my experience, or my journey with the French language and my experience doing my master's program at BCU, and finally, summarize that into some takeaways for all those who are contemplating taking up programs, various programs. It could be certification or master's to advance your career or do something different. So let me begin. So with my association with French language began in about 10 years ago. Back then, I was in a corporate world as a mechanical engineer, doing very well. I was quite happy with my profession. I was enjoying it. I was doing various different things. But then I wanted to do something different over the weekends. I didn't want to waste my weekends. I wanted to do something different. And because traveling is a passion, I thought I would start learning a new language, because language is the only way you can get to know a culture, a tradition, or people when you're traveling. So I started off with French. I enrolled myself for the basic courses. But little did I know that while I began this journey and while I was in this journey, the language, the whole process of learning, fascinated me. And I realized one important thing, that learning a language is not just learning words and meanings, right? It's definitely not just not that you can know the meanings of words and communicate to people. It's about knowing a culture, entire culture, its traditions, its people, right? And also its history. All of this encapsulates together while you're learning a language. You're not just learning words. So that's where my fascination or my interest, which I already had in arts and literature, grew, because I got introduced to the French literature. I got introduced to the different art movements that happened in France and the rich history and rich culture that France as a country has. So that's where I got completely engrossed in this learning process, and I got a decent degree or certification with French in French. And back in 2018 is when I decided that my corporate life was going into a monotonous phase. I was getting it was going into monotony, and I had to do something different, because I think that life is short and we can do as many work in various, take up various professions in this short life. So rather than getting stuck in one, or either you could just advance and learn new skills and do different things in the same profession, or to completely choose a different career. I chose the latter. I quit my job, corporate world, my job profession as an engineer, and I could have taken up a teaching profession. I wanted to teach French, but I could have taken up the teaching profession with the degree I had. But I chose to do my master's degree at BCU, because I felt that when you are, not just when you are teaching the language, or anywhere where you are the mastery of a language or mastery of that subject that you are learning is required, you have to have a strong foundation. And I that was the main reason. And it also places you, a good qualification also places you ahead of the game when you are applying for a job. So that was my intention to join masters, and it was great to have Bangalore University and the Center for Global Languages at Bangalore University offering this right in the city at city center. So I didn't have to relocate. So I had to. That was the intention, and that was the happiness and motivation that drove me to continue this journey with French language. My experience with the BCU has been incredible. I'm going to give you two reasons why I think so. One is the syllabus, the curriculum itself is well planned. So what I realized was, it was not, of course, literature is a very key part of the curriculum that we learn at Masters, but it focuses on various domains. So for me, I was very clear that I will be taking up teaching. But if somebody is not clear about what profession or what they would be going to do with this language, there is a plethora of choices that this course or this program offers to you. You're getting introduced to the French history, which is very important, of course. Makes you a very interesting and knowledgeable person, because not just language, but now you understand the context of things that are related or interwoven with the culture and tradition. Second, you have linguistics. You get an insight into the philosophy of the language. How do languages work? How are sentences formed? What is the basic? You get on to the the basic foundations of language. So you have a very good course that 2 semesters focusing specifically on linguistics. You move on to translation, interpretation, and business French and tourism. So for those who are looking for avenues and make the best use of your language, your skills, this course gives you an overall focus on various domains. And then, of course, you can pick one of those fields that you are especially interested in and do further studies. But yeah, that's one of the major plus points I found with the master's program in BCU. The second thing, as others have mentioned, the faculty, the entire department are, and it's not because I'm here that I'm saying this. They have been extremely supportive in our development, in our and our batch is the best example, because last year when we were about to do finish our 4th semester, the pandemic hit and we had to take the classes online. There was a very smooth transition, and it was made sure that we are not we are best taken care of, and the teachers are extremely supportive with the syllabus and with the learning process. So with their guidance, I'm pretty sure that you will be not just getting good marks, but be motivated to learn the language, because they are very passionate about what they do, and they want to see the best out of you. So with that was my great experience with BCU, and with that, I would encourage or motivate all of you who are looking for an option, looking for an avenue, to advance your career with an added skill, that is the language. You could do either the certification courses or master the language. And personally, my passion was teaching, so I took up teaching. But there are a lot of things that you could do with the language. You could get into the hospitality sector, customer care. You have translations, interpretations, and there are various, or with the existing profession that you have, an added language will only give you a boost to your career, because you would be now able to communicate with your clients or maybe the customers. So with that, I would like to end my talk and pass it on to Johnson. Best of luck to all of you.
Thanks a lot, sir. Thank you for your valuable speech. Next, I would like to present a video of one of our alumni who were not able to join for this webinar, but he sent us a video from Dubai. Let me share my screen. I hope it's visible.
Good afternoon to one and all. My name is Rahul, and I'm a French teacher. I live in Dubai. So first of all, I would like to thanks to our chairperson, Dr. Jyoti Venkatesh, for giving me this opportunity to speak in front of you all. So in today's video, I'm going to talk about, I'll be addressing mainly two questions, which is why I chose to learn a foreign language, first of all, and how CGL, Center for Global Languages, played a major role for me in achieving what I am today. So coming to the first question first, so talking about a foreign language, so I always believe that yes, it's I wanted to do something for lifelong learning and also to have a better future. So I thought maybe okay, so let us learn a foreign language. But as I started learning, so I gained a lot of experience with the language, and a lot of things happened. So lately, I thought of why not to continue learning it. And then at last I understood that learning a foreign language is always, and maybe was always, a great advantage. So I recommend to one and all to definitely learn a foreign language, because we know that we are living in an era of globalization. We need to interact throughout the world. It's not like where we are born, that is not going to be the area we have to be explored in. So definitely we need to use such tools, and language is of course one of the greatest tools ever created. So unfortunately, we don't speak one language. So now talking about French, this is the language what I have learned, and this is also a modern foreign language. So definitely it has a lot of future in it. So it's a lot of opportunities. So opportunities, when I'm talking about, it depends upon our interest, and it depends upon what actually we achieve with the language. So basically, when we start at an initial stage, we just want to get a job somewhere. Maybe we are just looking for a job. So for those purposes, maybe sometimes doing a diploma or higher diploma is going to help you. But definitely, we need to spend quality time learning that, because it's a foreign language we are talking about. So this is not something which we are already an expert in. However, some of us can have the we are like gifted towards the languages, we are inclined towards the languages, so definitely that can be an advantage. But what type of success we want, that our devotion can only decide. So let's say if somebody who's doing a master's in the language will definitely have better opportunities. better prospects than somebody who has just done a diploma. So, however, this is your call, where you have to decide up to what you have to do. But definitely, it gives us a lot of opportunities. Now, talking about some of the biggest advantages. So, the best thing what we can do with the language, and you can say in the terms of money as well. So, when we talk about, so it's like if you can become an interpreter, so you are paid on hourly basis. We can also become translators. We can have jobs as teachers. We can also work for corporates, and many more other opportunities are there. So these are some of the areas which I have been even working as, and I gain experience in all that. So this was one of the aspects which I would like to recommend. Now the role of CGL. So first of all, I would like to say that Center for Global Languages. This is of course the right place to start learning a language, and even it's going to give us the kind of platform we are looking for. Because here the programs are very well designed. It's an extensive program. Either you start from a certificate level, and even if you finish your master's from CGL. So at one single place, you have a long journey to cover. So definitely for many languages, CGL is offering these programs. So like I'm in French, I'm in Spanish, starting with certification level. So definitely, and for me, as far as I'm concerned, I did my higher diploma and master's in French from CGL, and my experience was really awesome, especially when I talk about masters. So because that there, I really understood what French is about, what the language, what kind of things we have to know even before we start working. So it's not like something that we can do it overnight. Definitely we need to spend some of our quality time on that. We need to have a great focus on that. So that can give us, it's not like that you cannot achieve what you want. But just what I'm trying to say here is the more depth in which we go, the better future we can have. So I don't think this is only for languages, this rule is applicable for each and everything. So that's what it did. After doing my master's for 2 years, this was one of the best programs, I would rather say, because in these 2 years, I definitely did everything which was possible. And I just tried to be sincere with the program. Maybe that's the reason I got the success from what I was desiring. And today I feel happy about it that I did it from CGL. And I strongly recommend each one of you to do that. So thank you so much, Jyoti ma'am, for giving all your help and support. And thank you so much for listening to me. So I thank you all. Have a wonderful day. Thank you.
Thank you, Rahul. Thank you, Rahul, for your valuable speech and taking the time out from your busy schedule. And we have one more alumni who was not able to be part of this webinar, but she had forwarded her AV, a recorded AV for us. I'm going to play that. Just give me 2 minutes. So I'm going to play. I hope everyone can see my screen now.
Hello, activists. Good evening to another present here in the webinar. Respected ma'am, along with your guests, the guests of honor, teachers, my dear friends, and students. I am Sridaksha Marathi. I take immense pride to be an alumni of Bangalore University, Department of Global Languages, covering one. Learning a foreign language was in my bucket list from a very young age. I was inspired by my family members who constantly motivated me to achieve that dream. I pursued my bachelor's in commerce from Mount Carmel College, which offered French as an elective subject in those days. Simultaneously, I enrolled for a certificate course in Bangalore University. We were blessed to have resourceful, motivating, and loving teachers. This is where my journey towards learning French started. I attended classes at college and at the university. The more I learned the language, the more I became curious and excited. Then I started helping and guiding and sharing tips about the language with my buddies in college. We spent hours learning its vocabulary, reading the diagrams, solving grammar concepts. Sometimes my friends told me that I could be a good French tutor. In the corner of my head, I thought, why not? I have always been love with board, chalk, and duster. Therefore, after my bachelor's, I was eligible to enroll for masters in foreign language and literature. Oh, the experience was amazing. From exploring the geography to reading the literature and poetry of various centuries, from grammar to history, to marketing to methodology, we studied everything in French. People around me were curious and would ask, "Do you study all these things in French?" Yes, I said. My wholehearted thanks to the department, my beloved teachers, my friends, and my loved ones. My dream of becoming a teacher was finally fulfilled. Here I am as a teacher at a CBSE school. I taught French for primary students of grades 1 to 5 at Greenfield Public School, Jaffrey, for 3 years. Recently, I joined National Public School Beneficiary and I'm handling English and French for the primary students. Thanks to French, my proficiency and knowledge of English grammar has improved abundantly since then. Learning a European language can definitely improve your knowledge in French in English grammar. With this, I thank the Department of Global Languages for giving me an opportunity to share my experience in learning a language and how it can help you in your career in future. Thank you. What do you want to
Thank you for your very good speech. Now I would request Madam Jyoti to take over and give the vote of thanks.
Thank you, Johnson. First of all, I would like to uh, say that it was a very interesting webinar, even for us, for me especially, and I am very proud of all of our students and the present student for having conducted this webinar. And I'm sure this webinar would have, or to all those who are listening to us, has motivated them to take up some foreign language of their choice. Because as you saw, as my students spoke to you, the possibilities are enormous. And it is, I mean, today, communication is the main thing, in any relationship, whether personal or professional. Therefore, this webinar, I must first of all do mention that Johnson was very instrumental in suggesting such a webinar. And I think it was really worth it. And I must thank each and every one of you who made time to share your thoughts and experiences, because I feel it is so important for students who will join in the future or who are planning to join, what they can expect out of learning a foreign language, any foreign language for that matter, and at any level. So therefore, thank you, Johnson. It was a very fruitful webinar. I sincerely feel. And each one of you, Ajay, Sharanya, Shravya, Sonika, Rahul, and Aksha, who all participated today, who all shared your views and made it so wonderful. Thank you, one and all. And I wish each and every one of you a lot of success with the foreign language that you have learned, that you have made part of your life, that you have made part of your career, and wish you all success in the future. And for those who are listening to us, do stay with us for future webinars that we have planned still. And do look up at our other webinars that we have conducted so far for inputs on different languages. And do follow us on the social media at CGL BCU. Thank you once again, all of you, and have a good day.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for this opportunity, ma'am. Wonderful seeing you online.
Thank you.
Thank you. So nice
Thank
seeing
you.
all of you. Thank you so much for this opportunity.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.